Alright, here we are for round number 4. Trying to keep our treasure chest hopes alive. We're on the play against Riki. Okay, this hand is really close. It's got a bunch of our great cards, but I need to hit a land or a boggle in order to even play anything. I think this is a mulligan. On the play, on the draw, I would be tempted to keep this, but I think on the play I got a mulligan it. Okay, this hand is fine. Nothing special about it, but I'll keep it. Definitely don't need another boggle. I'm gonna start off with a tapped land. I don't know what my opponent's playing, and I might wanna suit up this guy with the Rancor rather than my Glade Cover Scout. Blue. Just a plain old island probably means blue-black. They do have a lot of ground creatures, so I think I'm gonna run out the Ledgewalker. One thing I would advocate for is that if you guys are playing, if you guys can afford it, play. You should be playing the. What am I saying? You should play snow-covered basics in your blue-black decks because people catch on to that. Like I am even before this guy played his Radiant Fountain, I was pretty sure he's on blue-black. Now I'm really confident he's on blue-black. But like if this had been a snow-covered island, I would have had no idea. I would have definitely put him on blue-red right off the bat. And obviously, I also so yesterday I played Snowgo, and oh, interesting. I played Snowgo yesterday, and had a pretty easy 5-0. It was a pretty fun league. Played against like only Bogles and Tron, which are kind of great matchups for the deck. But but what I was saying though is that people definitely put me on being the blue-red Delver deck when they saw a snow-covered island and a snow-covered mountain, like for my first 2 turns. Like I even had Boggles players who didn't attack into me because they thought I had Spell Stutter Sprite. Like they loaded up a Glade Cover Scout or whatever, and it was like a 5-1, and they just like wouldn't attack into me because they thought I was playing that deck, and that's what they should think I was on, but it isn't what I was on. I was on Snowgo. Alright, so our opponent took some of our stuff out of our hand. As long as they don't have double edict, we should be able to race kind of what they're doing. But also if I don't draw anything to buff the toughness on this guy, I won't be able to. All right, well now they need another edict, but I won't be able to attack through a Muldrifter if they have one of those. This is like the true rat lock deck. It's got all the rats, so I'm emptying my hand so I can't get Chittering ratted out. This is going to take me a little while to get through this stuff though, if I don't draw anything. So my best draw would probably be Heliod's Pilgrim, although I might just have lethal if I draw Ancestral Mask straight up. Not really sure. So I need to buff my toughness, and I didn't, so we're in trouble this game. I can't really trade because like my Glade Cover Scout can't get through this stuff either. So unfortunately, if they just hold up a counterspell for the rest of the game, I'm just not going to be able to do much. Although this deck probably only plays the 4 copies of counterspell, I would be a little surprised if they played any more than that. I assume I'm going to get like Ghostly Flickered in my upkeep or in my draw step. Make me discard my card that I get with a rat. That'll probably happen a couple times this game. If they attack with their Muldrifter, that's definitely what's happening. Does not appear to be what is happening. I'm happy to take one. Am I getting ninja'd? No ninja. Okay, put another Rancor on this one. So if this resolves, I'm probably gonna, doesn't look like it's resolving, but if it did resolve, I would have probably attacked there, and then I would have loaded up the other Glade Cover Scout after he blocked with the Muldrifter. Tragic Slip my token. Okay. So if they draw a Chainer's Edict, we're pretty much done for. We'll have one more turn to find something. But if he has like Chainer's Edict, land, and counterspell, I think we're dead. Kind of no matter what we do. So now I'm regretting that first game. I should have made my opponent play out the lock that they had on me. I didn't quite like necessarily think that he was going to play so incredibly slow. Okay, they got Seagate Oracle. Being very careful to hold up counterspell all the time. Makes sense for my opponent. So I don't really know what I want to play into a counterspell. Definitely want to play something. Armadillo Cloak would have won me the game a few turns ago. Now it's just going to get hit by a counterspell. This deck is obviously running all these rats and stuff, so I don't really want to hold stuff in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and cast it. I mean, might as well. We'll probably win if it resolves, but I would be, wow. I was going to say I'd be shocked if it resolved, and I am indeed shocked. I have no idea what my opponent has. If they didn't have an Edict, they didn't have a Flicker to make me discard in my draw step. I don't really know what they have. Looks like my opponent, oh, recoil, did not expect that. Well, they got me pretty hard, that's for sure. I guess I should have been holding stuff more, but you don't really want to hold stuff against the like the Ravenous Rat deck, so I'm just gonna play this stuff. Gotta say I didn't expect recoil. Haven't seen that in a long time. I used to play that in my blue-black deck, in my teachings deck as a one-of, back in the day before people really like had streamlined decks and stuff. Recoil was a sweet target you could get. I think repeal is probably just better, which is why I play repeal now instead of recoil. Find that I'm repealing cheap stuff more than expensive stuff anyway. Recoiling a land was kind of nice, but I've got capsize for that. So I got super blown out by this. Okay, what are they getting back? Counterspell or recoil? Probably should get recoil back. Yeah. That's what I would recommend for my opponent since they can't hold up counterspell this turn anyway. So what do I want to draw? The cartouche probably. I'm just going to keep running stuff out, I think. Actually, maybe I should keep this one. I'll keep this one for the next recoil, I guess. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything I can do. Okay. My opponent didn't do this in my draw step, so it doesn't seem like they really know what they're doing. But you may have noticed last time that this happened, I did concede. They can't quite technically lock me because I've got these two Rancors that are going to come back to my hand, but they can make me discard those pretty soon. So I'll probably just skip this. I'll try to edit this out for you guys. Actually, I'll just so I'll pause the recording and then I'm gonna make my opponent play it out just because of that Tron matchup in the first round. My opponent might run out of time. I'm actually gonna block this Archaeomancer and kill it, but I'll pause it here and then I'll bring it back during sideboarding.